partnership the freedom has with my home state means a lot to me. Cricket in Australia has a rich history.
Hi, hello everyone. This is Shiva Satyaswar once again. Welcome to the channel. So, after the match, excellent match that India has won yesterday in the semi-final up against the Aussies, but there was a heartfelt moment for me when I saw Steve Smith there. He was my favorite batsman from my childhood. I was watching him, and I want to be like him, but not as a cricketer, but as a human, especially when it comes to the tactics, when it comes to the observation, or when it comes to the statistics or the tactical things that he gonna make and the gestures that he gonna make on the ground. So, speaking on his retirement today, it is so emotional for me because it's not Virat, it's not Sachin, it's not Dhoni, it's for me Steven Smith. Where he has showed a lot of faith in himself, and he has come back in a lot of adversities in his life. I have to say from the beginning of Steve Smith. He was first started as a leg spinner in the Aussies, so it was not a great start for him because after Shane Warne departed, after his retirement, their Australians were looking for the good leg spinner, so they found Steve Smith and has a role to play that type of role as Shane Warne, but he has now become a bad man. I will say you how the journey has begun. In 2008 he was started as a leg spinner. His bowling action is much more resembles like Shane Warne, but after the time he was not sure about his position because he was batting at 7 or 8, but it is not giving him much chance. And of course we all know that Australian pitches are not suitable for the spinners, so he was struggling to make place for himself in the side. First of all, in the mighty Australian side, where Michael Hussey, Michael Clark, Ricky Ponting, these all big players were there. So after that, Steve Smith, what he does with his unorthodox batting style, unorthodox batting methods, he has stabilized himself and found ways to make runs in any format of the game. It might be T20, it might be Test, and it might be ODI. Just moving forward in 2013, he was played as an all-rounder, just like a batsman and also a bowler. But more often the times, he was a bowling all-rounder. So after that, as the time passes, just like wine, the man has matured much and much more. Because whenever I watch Steve Smith, the sense of resilience that will come out of him. And in 2013, when I'm watching IPL, in Pune Warriors, India, where his feeling was exceptional from anyone. Now we are seeing Phillips of New Zealand, but at that point of time it was Steven Smith. Even now his feeling was not dropped, but always found my heartfelt moment, whenever I saw him. In 2017, he took captaincy of Australia, where he has shown how tactical he was. And whenever I saw the match, I was looking at Steve Smith and how his captaincy level has been prolonged and also evolved over the period of time. Wherever the pitch was there, wherever the bowlers are bowling, how the fingers are working, how the batsmen are moving, and everything he will observe, and he will make tactics according to it. And in 2015 he was in a beast mode, and of an average of 68 in the World Cups. In the World Cup, he has shown why is one of the contemporaries of Virat Kohli, Joe Root, and also Kane Williamson. Steve Smith in that World Cup showed tremendous talent, and it was a headache for Indians, how to get this man out all the time. And in the never forget the century up against India by Steve Smith in the semi-final in 2015. It was one of the best things of his life. And a sad thing, of course there are positive things of him, but the sad thing that has happened, unfortunately, is that when in his captaincy, the sandpaper disaster, where I don't know what he's thought about that situation, but after that, no, you are banned for 1 year, so you're not holding that bat. Everyone is blaming you, and he went to Ashes England. So when he was there in England, everyone are booing him. No matter, it might be the child, it might be the old person, and everyone are booing at him. But despite of that criticism, he has raised as an iron in the fire, and he came up with a great redemption after that 1 year ban, and make sure that Australia will regain the Ashes once again in 2019. Exceptional innings by Ben Stokes at the time. If he was not played that kind of innings, it was the Ashes was the Australians. That kind of was Steve Smith innings. That was, it was not about England versus Australia. It was England versus Steve Smith. That's what the man will bring onto the table. The character of him is undescribable. So even looking at his last match, there was a lot of emotion is going in my heart, that this man, I want to see this man winning, but unfortunately he was playing up against our country India, so I can't able to do that. But Steve Smith, what a man, what an inning player. He knows how to balance the team, he knows how to tactically tackle the opponent, and he is one of the best in the business when it comes to the cricket, when it comes to the fielding, or it might be the batting, it might be any kind of aspect in the cricket. So hats off to the legend, and salute to the legend, and happy retirement, Stephen Smith. Big fan of you. Signing off, Shiva Satiswaram.